Hello, everyone, and welcome to Long Stash.
Long Stash.
Long Stash is Longman Tarot Ritchie, the amazing individual. Tarot Stash, hello.
Hello.
And today, Long Stash is joined by Linda de Gonzalez.
Hello.
And Purple Elephant Deb H. And Linda, how many subscribers do you need to get to 500?
8.
Make this happen, people. Links are below.
Thank you.
There you go. And Richie, do you have an upcoming? Well, you need 49 to get to 800.
There we go.
And Deb needs 29 to get to 400 people. Really?
Come on, you can do this.
Yes, we can. And welcome the three of you and everyone watching. Thank you for being here. We are simulcasting this show because we're awesome and you're awesome, and we want to make sure that you have access to us. How's that?
Great. Love it.
So, going to go around the room. Going to start with Richie, then Linda, and then Deb. Richie, how are you, and what's going on?
Do you know what? I'm better now. I've had quite a hard week. Our heating, our boiler packed up on Sunday, so we've had no hot water and no heating for 4 days. But we are fixed now. Literally, Christmas was put on ice, but now it's defrosting. Got the tree up, got the lights up. Finished work today. Let the partying start.
Beautiful. And Linda de Gonzalez, what's up with you?
Yeah. I'm still riding on the joy high from readings with you and Diana Bowles yesterday. I'm just what's going on?
Linda's in the afterglow.
Yeah, I'm just so full of joy and just so happy, and I don't care what's going on.
I appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
So, and Purple Elephant Deb H, what's up with you?
Well, I have some testing coming up, and fun fact, I just found out yesterday. The reason I feel so tired all the time is because I stop breathing 27 times an hour while I'm sleeping. So that we'll be working on getting that taken care of. And then I have my MRI coming up, and we'll see how things are going. Other than that, I'm still looking for a subject to make a new video on. So stay tuned, folks. It's coming. I'll get it made eventually.
Well, yes. I have 2 more days of, today, tomorrow, and Sunday for hashtag GlimmerGlobe 2024. So please, if you haven't noticed that, go over to Tarot Stash. You will be able to find out details there. Thank you, Maru, for putting in the prompts. Do make sure that you verify that you're subscribed.
Yes.
And this is for entertainment purposes only.
The entertaining purpose.
Yes. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. So, and so today, this is the Long Stash Yule reading. Yule. Everybody say it with me. Yule. Oh, by the way, Deb, how is Monkey?
I've been battling him because, as you know, his nose is long and his tongue is longer. He's actually removing his stitches now. So I have one more day tomorrow to try to keep his little face off of his.
Monkey's overachieving. That's
He
ridiculous.
is overachieving. So he's doing fairly well, other than being very uncomfortable with that incision. So we'll get that hopefully squared away tomorrow morning, and he will be his normal, barky, bouncy little self.
Okay.
Brilliant.
All right. So, so we've got lots of stuff going on. Richie is going to give us a little bit of information about Yule. We will also talk about our traditions this time of the year, and then we are going to be doing readings around specific prompts. So I'm going to pause so that everybody can give their attention
Thank you.
to Richie.
Lecture.
So and everybody show your support to the lecturer. And would you like me to embiggen you?
It's up to you. Don't have to.
Okay.
Don't have to.
Everybody take a sip though.
I'm going to go that way around. Thank you. Gerald, I think this is the third or fourth Yule long stash we've done, isn't it?
I think it's the third one, yes.
So do watch the other ones because it's the same talk every time. But it's the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere when the sun is at its lowest in the sky for the smallest amount of time. And around the 20th, the 21st, 22nd, it was thought that the sun is dying and then being reborn again. So it was a great celebration. A lot of the Stonehenges and monuments are aligned to it because it's so important. It represents rebirth. There's no, it's obvious reasons why the birth of the sun and the birth of the sun happens at Christmas. And there's all those lovely mix up of wonderful traditions, some old, some new, some invented, some completely made up, but it all meshes together with all the other, because it's surprising how many other festivals of light there is in different religions throughout the whole of the world. So it is about the light returning, but it's also about finding rest and sleep. It's the darkest part of winter, so it's about snuggling up, not putting too much expectation on yourself. Really, Christmas, don't put too many expectations on it. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, and it's about relaxing, getting lots of sleep and preparing for what's happening, when Imbolc comes around and we can start to plant the seeds of what's happening in the new year. So it's a restful time. It's a time for celebrating. It's a time for partying. It's a time for feasting and drinking and having a laugh. That's what we're here for. So happy solstice, everyone.
Yes. I want to add to that. Colleen and I, the Cool Crone, talked about Yule last night. And you are absolutely right, Richie. There are so many holidays about the light returning at this time of the year. There's so many overlaps and things like that. This is a fire festival. Yep. However, because it is winter and it's cold, the fire festival tends to be centered around the hearth and the family. And this is when people get together and tell their stories. We're doing mending because we're not out sweating in the yard and then the fields. And we're passing on the traditions.
It really is about traditions. And I think everybody's always reflecting on the traditions that they had growing up and their family traditions and the stories of Nan and Grandma getting drunk and doing all of that. It's that what keeps you going. And of course, the Yule log is famous. It was burnt in the hearth for the whole of the Christmas celebrations.
Yep.
And this is where we get all these wonderful ghost stories from, because it's a dark night's time to tell some ghost stories around the fire. And I know that's what we've got planned for this evening.
And I have to say, for those of you who know me, my favorite story is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I have been listening to, I've listened to it a couple of times. I watch as many different versions of it
me too.
as possible. It's just wonderful. I did just finish a book earlier today called Jacob T. Marley.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and it is Jacob Marley's version of what happens to Ebenezer Scrooge. It is well done. It's a short read.
I'll give it a read. Thank you for that.
But you're welcome. So let's talk about traditions. Linda, do you have any traditions for this time of the year?
Well, yeah, kinda. I grew up in. I was adopted by a French Canadian couple, and so my traditions are all French Canadian. For me, growing up, Christmas Eve was more important than Christmas Day. We would spend Christmas at one of the grandparents, and in both cases, the Christmas Eve was a lot more important. The whole lead up to going to midnight mass,
Yep.
And then after midnight mass, everybody comes back to the house, and there's a huge meal. Which always includes, well, usually it's called réveillon, and usually it includes a lot of tourtière, which is a traditional French Canadian meat pie, pork and beef or pork and veal, ground and spiced, cinnamon, nutmeg, it's wonderful. So that's what I do. I don't make my own anymore because it's way too much work. And so I buy them, and I'm having one. It's going to last me all week, actually.
Good. Deb, do you have any traditions this time of the year?
My only main tradition that I observe still, because I've had traditions in the past with family, but my family is mostly gone now, and I don't observe those anymore. And I only observe them really in order to have some fellowship and visit with my family, because my beliefs are different than theirs.
Sure.
But I go and visit my son usually on Christmas and take him his presents, because I usually can't have him to my place because I can't get him. It's hard to get him get his wheelchair up the steps and into the apartment. So we visit and have a good time and talk about family. And if anyone has come to visit me, I will take them with me to see him.
Of course.
And then he opens whatever presents I brought him and has fun pretending that he likes what it is.
I like that.
And then he then, I usually don't stay and eat with them because I'm not, I could get sick, and I don't want to be sick in front of him. So I just go ahead and leave before he gets ready to have his lunch, his Christmas dinner. And that's really the bulk of my tradition that I still observe. Once in a while, if I can get my partner to do it, we will go out and go to, like, the Mexican bazaars are open. And so we'll go out and do some window shopping. But that's about the extent of it. I try to have a pretty quiet Christmas and Yule. So
yeah.
That's
well, growing up, we always put our Christmas tree up on Christmas Eve. So I haven't put up a Christmas tree in many years. But the thing that I do on the solstices is I switch out my some of my working altar decorations to move to the green to represent Earth. So, Richie, what about you? And then everybody is waiting to find out what our reading prompts are. So there we go.
Well, Christmas is always a time for family. Both my sisters and my extended family all live locally, so we go and visit them. Peter obviously has a lot of Polish traditions. Sometimes we introduce those which are Christmas Eve if we can on those ones, if we have time and he has the inclination and we're not too tired. But recently, well, for the last few years, I've really got into solstice. So I've been lucky enough to go to Stonehenge. Last year, I went to Avebury, Stone Circle. This year, I'm not. It's going to be really wet and grey and muddy. And I'm just thinking, if you're not going to see the sunrise up, it's just going to be great. I'm going to do it locally. So I might get up and just go up to the local hill and watch the sunrise, or at least it gets brighter then. And then just tomorrow, just relax, have some drinks, some reading, perhaps read some of the nice books that I never get round to reading. I need to get back on my Druid OBOD course.
Yes.
I've fallen off that one, so that's a good chance to get back onto that learning for that. And to check in with myself and just give myself time for some care, some solace, some quiet time. That's important, I think, rather than making lots of promises to people that end up just exhausting people or just making you feel frazzled. So and also I'd just like to sort of check in, perhaps change the altars up, do a bit of cleaning around that, burn some incense, bang a few drums, that kind of thing.
I will not be doing any cleaning. I mean, just saying. So all right, everybody. So what we are doing is the readings that we are doing. There are 4 prompts since there are 4 of us. The first one is a message from Jacob Marley.
Ooh.
And then the second prompt is a message from the Ghost of Christmas Past. Third, Ghost of Christmas Present. And fourth, the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come. So do you think you all have that? Do you understand that? So there we go.
Got it.
And so if you would like a reading using these prompts, please enter Yule into the chat just once. We are be using the flying fickle finger of fate to decide. That's right. Type in Yule, hashtag Yule, Debbie. So, it's Jeffrey came up with those prompts, Donna.
I love it. I think it's brilliant.
Really, really Listen, I told you guys this is to my channel. I told you guys you were going to love it.
Yes.
And next year we'll be doing a different version with prompts around Bob Marley. And that will be a very different Christmas.
I love it.
I really like that.
Show.
Write that down, Gerald. That's brilliant.
Love it.
Oh, that's just
I am
wonderful.
writing that down.
Good.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it will.
Marley anytime, really.
So, and in case you're curious, it's just like going, oh yeah, and Maria's like, sounds like fun to me. Like, bye, Rose Blue. And it is going to be fun. Oh, Saint Bob's a wonderful guide. There you go. Everything's going to be all right.
It is.
Love it.
Good work. So Deb
thing.
will be sending me a text early in the morning going, here are the prompts for the Bob Marley. All right. So we have Bob Marley 420 readings. That's
I just thought that.
Close that April.
You know what? Okay, and I'm going to get a new deck.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. We're in
We're in for it now.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, in 2 weeks, like on January 2nd, Richie, Deb, and I will be doing caffeinated and unfiltered readings.
Oh,
and
cool.
we will be using the best chatters oracle as part of those. So,
Oh.
so
Okay, I'm not missing that.
yes. So, all right. Oh, Peter J. Watts is here. Hello,
Hey,
Peter.
Peter.
Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So let's see what we've got. Hold on just a second. Let me see. Well, right now we've got 17 people. We'll try to do as many as we can. Please let us know that you're here. Alexa Reitz. I probably butchered Alexa's name. My apologies. Let us know that you're here, Alexa. And hi, Greg. Good to see you. We've got Shenanigans and
Alexa is here.
Present. So there we go. And so Richie will be reading prompt 1. I will be doing prompt 2. Linda prompt 3. And Deb prompt 4. So, all right. Oh, I just set off Shenanigans Alexa. Alexa, play Everything's Gonna Be All Right by Bob Marley.
You're evil.
Well, the name of the song is Three Little Birds.
Hey, Alexa, play Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. Okay.
Is it doing it?
Well, hey, Alexa, play Three Little Birds. We'll see. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Right. Okay. I'm doing, I was going to say Bob Marley, then you've got me at it. Jacob Marley in the story comes with a bit of a warning to Scrooge at the start, doesn't he? He sets off the whole chain of events saying you need to mend your ways. You could end up like this if you're not careful. So I look at this as a bit of a, not necessarily a warning, but perhaps something to have a look at, to think about. Perhaps do you need to change it? And I have the 7 of Cups for you from the Labanco Tarot. Yes, folks, it's the Labanco Tarot. If you've watched this before, you know anything can happen with this deck here. I think it is a card that's saying perhaps it's time to get out of your head. Okay. If you have a close look at this, I don't know if you can make out, there's a character a bit like on the 6 of Swords in a boat sailing away from a difficult situation. The difficult situation in this case is a person who is pouring water with snakes onto the situation. It feels like there's a lot of tears or a lot of emotions that have been poured in with this one here. And it's time perhaps to wipe those tears and time to not necessarily move on, but in your head, realize that there are new options, there are new things that can happen, and you just need to realize, go and do something else. You can still have those emotions, you can still have all that stuff going on, but find peace in where you are right now and use it to move on to new exciting ventures next year.
Okay. So the Ghost of Christmas Past, which is it's in the past, what do we need to understand, is the Hierophant. The rules and structures that you had in the past served a purpose. Now it is time for you to notice what those rules and those structures were doing to help you, what environment they were trying to create for you, so you can do something different with it if you so choose. Because that leads into the Ghost of Christmas Present.
And the Ghost of Christmas Present wants to talk to you about faith. There. I would like to bring your attention to this sparkly fairy who is really unlike any fates that I've ever read about. And what she's talking to you about is that it's in your hands. The fates. See how she's holding herself? She is contained within herself. She's not exercising any sort of fateful power over anything but her own being. And she's surrounded by this glorious stars of insight and information and beauty.
Mm.
And that's you, Alexa, if you want it. Yeah.
In the Ghost of Christmas Past, I'm sorry, Christmas Yet to Come, speaks about things that could happen or that could be changed. The card I got is genius, but look at what this genius has done. He's done something terrible with his intelligence. Don't do that. What you want to do is see the outcome of your actions. And if it can lead to something that's harmful to others, then pull that back and do something that will bring love and joy to others.
Mm. So thank you, Alexa, for being the first person to have this Yule reading. Well done. And I do appreciate everybody joining us. Please subscribe to all of the channels, show your support. Links are below on how you can show support to everybody, including the merch store, making donations, good stuff like that. Get through. Let us know that you're here. I like these prompts. I have to say, my husband is phenomenal.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Yes, thank you, Jeffrey. Your husband's brilliant, Gerald.
Yeah, well, he did marry me.
That's true.
He certainly has good taste.
Or questionable.
Well,
so there you go. Get through. Are you here? Uh-oh. I'm going to have to. Do I have to do it?
Use your phone.
I'm going to have to use the phone. All right.
Oh, where's Gerald gone?
Sorry.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Apologies. All right. Well, Get Through's not here. Who's next?
Again?
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, right? Joyful journey.
Joyful journey.
Say hi. Kaylee, you are not too late. And Richie and I will see you on Monday. Oh, Get Through's here. So we'll do that. And Joyful Journey. So Joyful, hold on. We're going to finish. We're going to do Get Through and then Joyful Journey. So, all right. So Get Through. The message from Jacob Marley is this. You cannot make this stuff up. Save your fucking money. Treat yourself later. January shows up and the bills have to be paid. Think of long term instead of short term. Is the message from Jacob Marley, because it's going to be a long time coming to resolve it.
And the message from the Ghost of Christmas Past, this time, is the Ace of Castles. That translates to the Ace of Pentacles. So in the past, you may have had a bountiful time, just beginning, all the everything ahead of you, all of your sights set on the future. And what you want to do is make sure that you don't lose that. remember that feeling that you had when everything was new.
And I do have to pop this up there. Nancy at Paper Moon said, seems like the opposite of Marley's advice, spend your money.
Yes.
So,
He did tell him to
and,
give it away, didn't he?
Get Through said, I am a saver naturally. So, all right.
Good.
Is it me next? Ghost of Christmas Present.
Yes.
I have the Justice card for you. There we go, from the Santa's helpers there. This Justice card is balancing up with the naughty and the nice list. So it seems to me that right now it's not a time for making decisions or perhaps making a judgment on something like the Justice card might do. It is about balance, and it's not often that we talk about the balance of scales with the Justice card. We often think about the sword coming in there. So this time of Christmas, this current Christmas right now, it's time to start balancing up in that preparation perhaps for the January savings. It's time to make sure that you're not going from one extreme to the other. Make sure that your name is on the nice list and not the naughty list. And just take time to find some balance as the evenings get darker, but the light starts to return there. I hope that makes a bit of sense to you, Gav.
Great.
And Christmas Future wants to talk about moonlight. Under moonlight, well, let's talk about intuition. Let's talk about things that happen when the sun goes down. Let's talk about dreaming. Your future, well, you'll find by using your dreams and your intuitions. Look at that beautiful little person sitting there, all winged up and ready to fly, just waiting for inspiration to hit her. I'm pretty sure that's a feminine figure. Your inspiration is your guide. Your intuition, your dreams, your inspiration. That's your guide in the future. Your guide to the future. That's what I've got for you.
Nice.
Lovely.
All right. Thank you. All right. So then we have Joyful Journey. So, avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. So,
Joyful Journey. Thank you for being on my channel. A little bit earlier. It's nice to have people stop by. The card for Bob Marley's advice. Oh my goodness.
Bob Marley.
I got Bob Marley on my brain.
Yes.
Jacob Marley's advice is the King of Wands.
Ooh.
So remember to be spiritual. Remember to take account of all the things that you long to do and go about doing them. That's what this life is for, is going forward toward the things that we love and the things that we want, and keep your mind on the spiritual things. Even as you get that ambition and fire in your belly, you want to go forward and be focused and keep things on a spiritual level. Keep your vibrations high so that you reach your goal in a way befitting the level of grace that you want to achieve.
That's good.
Love
So
that.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past, and I have the 10 of Swords for you, Joyful Journey. The past is in the past, so stop poking it. Pull those swords out because it's done and walk away from it. The 10 of Swords shows that the situation is done. It's in the past. You can choose to take all those 10 swords out of that body and carry on your journey, but it's just time to let things have their natural conclusion. It's done. Enjoy the happy memories. Try and forget anything that's bad. But again, it's time to move on with this one there. It's gone. It's finished with. Remember the good times. Forget the bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is interesting. Here's a message from Christmas Present, and the message is yang, receptivity, openness, acceptance. To me, this is also nurturing, enclosure. So Christmas Present is telling you that it's time, not necessarily time for action, but it's time to open yourself to receive what's being given to you, to the inspiration, to the love of your friends and family, to the connections, to the people around you. Just open yourself and be receptive. I love
Because
this image. Sorry.
no, well, this beautifully melds with the ghost of Christmas yet to come, because it is self-care. Part of what happens in his journey is he is so caught up in himself and ignoring everyone else, then he suddenly gets this opportunity to remember what was and what was missed. And then he sees love in action around him. And then when he is at the lowest part of himself, he has to say, I am actually going to step away from just me and go out for, and be the milk of human kindness. So I think this is I think this is really interesting, because it's like, examine the areas of your life that have been neglected by exploring the other cards in your reading, which is exactly what Scrooge had to do. So thank you, Joyful Journey.
Thank you.
So, yes, Gary said, I think Bob had a different form of mistletoe in his Christmas season.
I think that's probably true.
Yeah. And I don't think it was for kissing under either.
No, probably
Yes.
not.
And,
No.
But you never know.
and Bob is his brother, at least if you watch the Muppet. So, absolutely. Thank you. All right. So let's add this to the stage and see who is next.
And Aaron, the prompt is #Yule. And I'm not going to type it into the chat because that would make me get a reading.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Peace Mama, let us know that you are here. We've got about a half an hour left. We will try to get as many readings as we can. And Peace Mama is here. So thank you. There we go. And woohoo! All right.
Ooh, okay, a message from Jacob Marley. I've got the lovely King of Pentacles. I like this card because he actually looks almost like he's got a halo. His pentacle is shining behind his head. This is a very wise person. So the message that's coming through, not necessarily as a warning, as Jacob Marley, but a reminder that you have the ability, when you are in the right situation, to be incredibly wise and to give out awfully good advice to people when they come looking for you. The King of Pentacles would suggest that that is when you are earthing yourself, when you're grounding yourself, and possibly when you're out in nature or using the resources that are around your home and your house and where you live. So remember that you have these skills. Remember that they might need dusting off. They might have gone a little bit rusty, but it's really important that you remember the King of Pentacles is there. He's a very sensible, wise person, and people go searching for him to get advice about finances, about ideas, about buying things, about money things, and all kinds of other resources that are around there. So be looking out to give that advice to people, because you are a wealth to be tapped there on that one for your advice. So peace, Mama. Good luck with that all, because I've got a feeling people are going to be searching you out for this advice and your kindness that goes with it.
And it's interesting. You have the King of Pentacles for that.
That's right. Yeah.
So the message from the Ghost of Christmas Past is the Daughter of Pentacles.
Ooh.
Because in the past, you were young. You did not have this experience. So it is an important thing for you to remember from whence you come. Remember that at the beginning, you didn't have all of that skill, all of that understanding, and maybe you listened to what the advisors offered. Maybe you ignored it. But this is also a card of you're moving through that and you're trying to do something new. And that's in the past, because now I'm curious as to see what the Ghost of Christmas Present message is going to say.
Ghost of Christmas Present wants you to be mindful that you have a choice. The Two of Swords. You have a choice to make. So let that experience that you now have guide you to make a wise decision with your eyes wide open, so that you can go forward into making the sort of future that you want. And so now with this decision ahead of you, I'm interested as to what the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come has to say.
The Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come wants to talk to you about your field of dreams after this decision has been made. I want to bring your attention to all of these wonderful dreams that are hatching. They're hatching in your field. You've got them. They're yours. Move forward. It's there. I love this card. I love this card. I get chills every time it comes up.
Yes.
But it's a wonderful future for you.
Woo! I love that. And Peace Mama said earlier, makes sense. Been out in nature lately and dusting off my skills.
Oh,
Good deal.
So love me some of that. So, all right, let's see who we have next. See if I can remember to move everybody. Hi, Mary. Maureen, let us know that you're here. And that's something also that's interesting. Since these are general readings, pay attention, because a message may resonate for you. We encourage you, if it resonates, to grab onto it and take what you need from that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Maureen is woohoo. So,
which position was I in? Sorry, I got confused.
you are in position present.
Okay, I thought I was in a few. I keep jumping. Never mind. Okay.
I keep jumping too, and I think I'm going to have to pay attention.
I've never done a present yet to come. Don't worry, it keeps jumping around.
We will fix it next time, everybody.
Don't you worry.
Stay
I keep
tuned.
doing the wrong stack. Don't worry. We'll do this one here.
All right. So
you can cope.
Maureen, the message from Jacob Marley for you is enough with the fucking excuses. Do the damn thing. Because guess what? Time is running out for entertainment purposes only. Do the fucking thing. Do it. You're up, Linda.
Christmas past. Miss Sunshine. Is this what you were in the past? Is trying to be all cheerful and happy and bringing light to everybody around you? Is that what your past consisted of? Because that's what I'm getting here. And that may or may not have been a good thing. But she's being held up by the light. Okay? In this wonderful little spacecraft that she's flying, that she is. She's held up by the light. Yeah. That's something you can carry forward. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. I'm doing it. Have you finished, Linda? Sorry, I jumped in there.
It's okay.
Lovely. Okay, Ghost of Christmas Present. I have the 6 of Wands for you. What a lovely time to be celebrating. Whose victory are you celebrating, Maureen? That's what I want to know, because go big style on it. I think it's time to really push the boat out when it comes to celebrating. I've got a feeling it's somebody else. It's good news or something that's happening there, but there's a real joyful, victorious, yes, we've done it, yes, we've made it through situation there. And this is the perfect time of year to be celebrating in whichever way that you would do. We have the sun returning, so again there's the joy of having the light returning as well. So even if it's something small that needs celebrating, something minor that you've just managed to conquer, congratulations, go for it, have fun, enjoy it, and give praise for what's happened.
Nice.
The ghost of Christmas yet to come, Maureen, wants you to be mindful of suspicion. Don't let the possibility of suspicion enter into your heart, and guard yourself that you don't become the object of someone else's suspicion. Make sure that you step confidently but appropriately, so that as to guard against that. But I believe that it's more that you want to guard your heart against being suspicious of others. What other people do isn't our business. It doesn't matter in our lives what they do. I can be happy and let you be happy too. So don't let that suspicious feeling, don't let suspicion cloud the good things that are coming with this victory from what you're seeing from now.
There you go. How's that for a message?
Amazing.
All right. Yes. Thank you, Maureen. And because Richie's not been there, I've not been there, and we're flipping that. So, by the way, avert your gaze, and it's too late. I've already made everybody nauseous. So, and who do we have next? And Maureen is putting some great stuff into chat. So, ooh, Nancy, a paper moon.
Ah, thanks, Maureen.
Yeah. Say hi, Nancy. And Nancy, Maureen put in, my dream is going to Ireland, and Linda, in the past, I tried to be happy for everyone. So Nancy. So, and of course, I should have some really like cool sort of thing to put up there, shouldn't I?
What? What's
Like-
cooler than the flying fickle finger of fate?
The word moist.
True.
You still haven't explained to me why that's so freaky for people.
I don't know. It's not freaky for me. You are, Gray. You've entered it correctly. You're in there. So it's okay. All right. So, and Nancy, Julie, sorry. I'm getting caught up and stuff. All right. Nancy, I have you marked. So, so we'll see. I've got. Oh, and ethnicity is like on a meaty, Gerald. Yuck.
Yeah, see, like I don't understand. I don't understand the reactions at all. Oh, Pierrette. Okay.
Say
I'm
the
pretty
name
sure
again.
Pierrette's here.
Okay, are you here, Pierrette? Let us know that you're here.
Yep, she is.
Pierrette is here, and when Nancy comes back in, we will pop in Nancy. So
Jacob Marley wants to let Pierrette know. Oh, hold on, I gotta read this. Pierrette, Jacob Marley wants to talk to you about a vision quest.
I'm sorry, which is exactly what Jacob Marley did for Scrooge.
Exactly. So it's a long journey, and it'll require all you have. I mean, essentially all your resources. And you'll be on this journey. Well, you've been on this journey for your entire existence, not just on this planet, but like for ages before. And you will continue to be on this journey until you are united with Source again. But this is your life. It's a vision quest. It's not a warning. It's a description. It's an image. A shorthand for your life, vision quest.
Hey,
Kira, the ghost of Christmas past wants you to know that they know that my dog was going to bark. No, they know the burden that you have shouldered before, how exhausted you might be, but they want you to know, look at all of these people behind you. This is the 9 of Wands. Look at all of these people behind you, supporting you, helping you through. So they've been with you through this journey all this time. As you have grown and gained more experience, then you know now more how to listen to them and to their advice. So as you carry on, then this would lead you right into Christmas present.
well, and the Christmas present is the Queen of Ripiena, which is the Queen of Cups in the Pasta Tarot. I picked the Pasta Tarot for the Christmas present because it's all about eating and family, all that good stuff. And so the message is, as the Queen of Cups, feel deeply what you have around you, experience it. Let yourself just get filled up with this joy of the people who are around you. Do not take it for granted. So there you go.
And the ghost of Christmas yet to come. I have the Moon card.
Mm.
Perhaps it's time to start thinking about the darker side of things, to work with moon energy, to look at the secrets, the desires, perhaps the cycles of life there. But there feels that there's a switch from light into darkness, which can be a really, really good thing. Perhaps it's time to start exploring other areas that have been kept in the shadows, because they could well be worth exploring in the future. That could be where new things are found. Rather interesting is I pulled this card. Your dog started barking, and there's 2 dogs barking at the moon on this one there as well. So perhaps dogs do feature as well in this one. I'm going to put that one in there as well.
Very nice. Thank you, Pierrette.
Thank you.
That's a good reading. That's like 2 days in a row that she's gotten a really powerful reading.
Yeah.
You go.
Well, get moving, girl.
Yes. And
The universe has your back.
yes. Yeah. And okay. So I'm still and Pierrette has said thank you to all of us. Linda, is there a position that you have not been in yet on this screen for this evening?
Oh, I thank you for defining the inquiry. I haven't been Christmas present. No, past. No, past, present. No, I've done them all.
Oh,
Deb,
Yeah.
where would you like to be? You're muted.
you muted yourself.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I've been all the positions, so I'm easy.
Yeah.
Sip, sip, everybody. Richie, where
Oh,
would
I
you
think-
like to be?
I think that's a good suggestion.
I think I quite like, I'd like to do this one again, if that's okay.
All right. So next up we have just wait until the Bob Marley messages from Bob Marley. Mary Hernandez Walker, let us know you're here, Mary. And
Clearly I am.
you experience Kaylee Fogo Pogo when Richie and I, the Tunkles, are with her on Woo Woo Wonderment. You cannot make this stuff up. That was so. Yeah. Okay. So, Mary Hernandez Walker, I
So
am-
what am I doing?
you're the Christmas present.
Present, yes. I'm a gift.
Okay. Mary, you are so fucking weird. Jacob Marley says, don't ever change. Your people love your freaky self. I think this is an important thing to remember is you are who you are. Marley's message was, Scrooge, you got to change because you're not helping. But
Yep.
your tribe loves you, Mary. So keep being truthful to who you are. So there you go.
Mary, the ghost of Christmas past wants you to know that you have been at that threshold. This is the Knight of Cups. You have been at the threshold, ready to cross over to something wonderful, a new lifestyle, a new educational opportunity, a new employment opportunity. You have been at the doorstep of these things and learned what you needed to learn to be able to cross that threshold. So in the past, you didn't have that awareness, but now you do. And so it would be appropriate to be grateful for the opportunity to look back and see where you have been and how far you've come.
Mm.
And these things that you're on the threshold of, Christmas present wants to let you know, tick tock, Mary Hernandez Walker. Time is moving on. Time to make a decision. Time to take those things that you've learned in the past that you've been looking at and move on it, because time is moving and you should be too.
And I'm adding into this one with the ghost of Christmas yet to come. I have the Page of Pentacles for you. It really feels like you are about to start on a new education or learning pathway, journey, platform, whatever you want to call them there. It's interesting that this page looks like he's almost driving a car. He's holding a steering wheel here as well. So you are in the driving seat when it comes to learning. And the Page of Pentacles is always very, very thorough, very slow, a bit like me. Keep stopping and starting and making sure everything is right and all the pencils are sharpened before you start. So don't put off anymore. It is time to start a new venture. It's time to find something new to learn and to put your energies towards. It's going to be slow. It's not going to happen really, really fast. So think about a long-term learning or skill that you want to really get involved in, because you're going to be really successful. You've just got to be prepared that it's going to take quite a long time to get there, but certainly enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Very nice. And Mary said, I'm not getting any younger. Gotta be now.
Right.
All right. Deb, which position would you like to be in?
I would like to read Christmas Past. Oh, sorry, that's the one I'm in. Christmas.
I mean, you can still read it. Richie is future. Richie is future. What do you want to do?
Me?
No, Deb.
Me, present.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not present. Yeah,
you're present now. There you go. And we're just going to keep it that way. This is Gerald, who is, freaking out because what used to happen is not working. So he has to stay
you're
calm.
covering it incredibly well.
Well, thank you. Tricia Wartooth. So you're welcome, Mary Hernandez Walker. So Tricia, let us know that you're here. And Nancy at Paper Moon, are you here? Tricia is here. So, all right. Oh, I have the message from Jacob Marley. This is the the blunt one. So, Tricia, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck fear.
Yes.
It will lie to your face. Jacob Marley is telling you, do not trust what other people always are telling you. Instead, trust yourself. Do some investigation. Do the right steps to help you get the accurate information. And, not to be controversial or anything like that, but make sure that you get your news from a reputable source. And Tricia said, yeah, that's spot on. Okay.
And Christmas Past wants to talk to you about star consciousness.
Ooh.
about your awareness. You have this awareness. This is in the past. So you have the awareness of your connection to the universe. I guess the next step is, what are you doing with it in the present, Deb?
What you seem to be doing with it, Trisha, in the present is I have the Four of Claws, which is the Four of Swords. Now, naps are nice, and you might need one, but what I'm feeling is that it's deeper than that, is that maybe your intuition comes from dreams. So pay attention to those dreams. Write down everything. They're all important. Everything is important, and it has a meaning. And otherwise, make sure you get enough rest so that you can get through this season and still have your sanity and be ready to take on the new year.
That's good advice, because there's a whole lot of stress this time of the year.
There is.
Yeah.
Okay, Christmas yet to come. Remember what Gerald said, because I've got the devil card for you here. And this is about listening perhaps to the devil on your shoulder that whispers of all those things, perhaps all those things that have happened in the past that you enjoyed, all those little things that perhaps aren't good for you. Just be wary of those ones and make sure, like Gerald said, that the decisions that you make are the right decisions for the right reason. It's very easy to get chained to the devil like it is in these cards here, but you can break those ties. You can break those chains. But a lot of people don't, because it's comfy, it's nice, it's what they feel safe with. So as we go into the next year, think about what makes you comfortable and is it good for you? That's what I'm going to say. If it is good for you and you're happy to stick with it, do. But this gives you a bit of a wake-up call that you can change stuff if you want to by looking at it from a slightly different perspective. And remember that sometimes the devil can promise you all the things in the world, but it can also be quite a disastrous thing if you're not prepared for all the outcomes.
So what you're saying, the devil would lie to your face?
Possibly that.
You know, it'll lie to your face. What?
Yeah. What an interesting tie-in.
I've heard that before somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I do want to remind everybody. All of us here will, can provide private readings if you want more in-depth information about this. So, bye, Beth. And Trisha said it's so right. So all of the contact information for each of us is in the description. So if you would like to contact us for readings and you want further information, do it. So, all right. So, Richie, where would you like to be next?
Can I go number one? Can I do Jacob Marley?
Yes. And here, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And so this may be the last reading because we are almost at 10 after. So, yeah, they're insightful readings, I think. Hi, Lynn. Yeah. Rossi. Is Rossi here, or did Rossi go to... No, Rossi, are you here? And I'm hoping for Nancy. Rossi is here. Okay. Nancy, a paper moon, if you're here, we will do your reading. So, let's see.
Oh, this is rather interesting for Jacob Marley. I have got two cards for you because I can do that. It's Yule. I'm allowed to. I have the Nine of Swords, and I also have the Six of Pentacles. It's almost like Ebenezer Scrooge is having nightmares about handing over money to charity there on that one there, which again is one of the main parts of A Christmas Carol, isn't it?
Mhm.
So there's a warning here, perhaps, Rossito. Not as you have to give out lots of extra energy and finances and donate to charity. I'm not saying that, but it's almost saying, remember that you have a lot of talents that are pretty free to give out. Make sure that when people go asking for it, if you can, provide them with what they're looking for. And as I said, it doesn't have to be finances. You don't have to do lots of bake sales. You have to do lots of things going on like that. But be perhaps a little bit more generous with your time if you can. And that might mean that you need to make time for yourself, may need to drop a few things that you may be doing just to make time for other people.
Mm-hmm. And the ghost of Christmas past for you, Rossi, is the world reversed. Now, the world reversed, the world is about, we have a new opportunity. There's jumping through that. Reversed, it suggests to me, perhaps don't take that leap because you may not have gathered all of what you need from that past experience. Take a moment and reflect not just upon yourself, but yourself in the world around you and the world around the rest of other people. So think about yourself as part of the world, not just you in the world. So.
And you can't make this up.
Uh-oh.
Christmas present is the world.
Oh my God.
So once you have a handle on all of that, what Gerald just said, once you understand it and you have a knowing of it, then take your place there sitting on top of the world. But remember that even though it appears that you have all the time in the world, you might not. So that leads us to
The future. Christmas yet to come. Now, oddly enough, I pulled 2 cards as well. And so your Christmas yet to come requires your fierce compassion.
Ooh.
And I would like you to think about fierce compassion and what that might look like for you, and it will be made evident to you through synchronicities.
Nice.
Like having 2 worlds show up, and the fact
Yeah.
that you and Richie
Yeah.
picked 2 cards.
2 cards, yeah. That just is I've got full body chills on that. So fierce compassion. I love that card. I'm thinking about, like, it came up yesterday, and I've been thinking about it ever since. But synchronicity, fierce compassion will carry you into the future.
I love that.
Gorgeous.
So, all right. So we are done with the readings today because we're at an hour and 15 minutes. Rossi said, I need to spend more time with the community. Still trying to find where to participate.
There you go.
Try lots of little things, see what works for you.
Yeah.
So, well, okay. So let me ask each of you this. Is there a card that you would like to pull for a message for people?
Yes.
It can be, it doesn't have to be in any particular position. So.
Sure.
So, and
We can
whomever
do
would
that.
like to go first, feel free. This is the nice thing about having guests who can deal with impromptu stuff from, a host like me. So.
Okay. Do you want me to start?
Yes, please.
I have the chariot card for everyone. And this is a reminder, I think, as the year ends and the new solar cycle starts again, as light starts to return. We have the white horse and the black horse. We have the balance of that one. But these horses pull in different directions. We may have had lots of ups and downs in 2024. There may have been a few jolts in the road as we've gone along it, but we're still riding the chariot. We haven't fallen out of it. The horses haven't gone lame. The journey still continues. The journey into 2025 will probably have equal amounts of jolts and bumps along the way. We just remember to have to stay in control in the best way that we can and hold tight onto the reins of the chariot, because sometimes the road will be smooth and sometimes it will be hard work, but hold on tight, we can make it.
Nice. Nice. Who would like to go next?
I will.
Okay.
I get the Queen of Pentacles. So I believe this message is that we should embrace that part of ourselves that is nurturing and grounded and wise, and be ready to give of ourselves in all of those areas, especially to nurturing. That this time of year can be especially dark for some people. And we want to seek out in our, just around ourselves, in our own little group, whatever it is, if it's family, if it's friends, wherever it is, and make sure that we check in on everyone and that they're all doing okay, that they're not wanting for anything. And I'm not talking about just physically. I'm talking about making sure that they have, if they need companionship, provide that. If they need someone to tell them that they're not alone in whatever it is that they're going through, help them out with that. Whatever it is that we can do to nurture our fellow, then we should be looking to do that. But remember to be grounded and wise. Don't offer when it's not needed, but if it's needed, by all means, offer it.
And let go of your egos. It's not serving you on this journey. This journey is about working together in community. So this long, infinite journey is not served by your ego.
I got snow. And when I think of this snow, what is really wonderful and what's coming through is snow forces us to slow down. Slow reduces the noise that is around us. So we have to have some softness. We also have to be patient with this time of the year, because guess what? Mother Nature will warm up when she is freaking ready and not before. You can try, but it's never going to work.
Oh.
The other thing that's really important for this is we have to allow ourselves our own time to go to rest at this time of the year and then rise ourselves out. This is the seeding time of the year. And so I encourage everybody to be patient and to give themselves an opportunity to do that. So
Beautiful.
thank you, everybody. Damn, that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
So thank you both for, and by the way, this was a last minute thing to add Linda and Deb when they heard that I was on with Ritchie, and they were both excited, and I opened the door and they ran through on the chariot like it was like, boom, yes, okay.
Always a
So,
pleasure to read with Richie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
It was a lot of fun.
yes. And everybody, please subscribe to all of our channels. Links are below. You can reach out and contact us because we do individual private readings.
We do.
And we hope you have a wonderful holiday season, whatever it is that you celebrate. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.